Hello everyone, IndieCrafter here, and welcome to episode 10 of our Minecraft survival series. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. In our previous episode, we went on a little exploration mission and we fought some drowns in the ocean, and we got a few of these. These are tridents, and we're going to use these today to build our Trident zombie killer. I guess that's what it's called. And so let's take a look at our list of things to do. We've got a whole list of builds to make in the coming episodes, as well as some adventures to take. But this is the one we're going to do today, the Zombie XP Farm. So let's head back over to our cave where we found this zombie spawner, and it's not too far from our base. It's actually just through the jungle along this path. And in preparing for this episode, I kind of went back to a couple of my previous worlds just to kind of check on some of my redstone contraptions to make sure that they were still working, and this particular one was not working. So I went back on YouTube and I looked around, typed in zombie trident killer XP farm, whatever, and I found a new and improved one from the same Minecrafter that made the one that I was using previously. And his name is Silent Whisperer. And he does a lot of work with redstone. I'm not the best at redstone. I know just enough to be dangerous. So I basically go on to YouTube and I find people who are really good at it, and I kind of copy what they did. If there are changes that I want to make that are kind of, things that I want to do that are just for my own aesthetic purposes, just to kind of make it look prettier, or to do something that I think might make it look or work a little bit more efficiently for my purposes, then I will do that. But typically I just kind of leave those things alone for the pros, and basically just try to copy what they've done, and give them credit along the way. And that's what I'm doing right here. I'm giving Silent Whisperer credit for building a really cool zombie killer XP farm using the tridents, and it still works really well. And I actually built this in a creative world just to make sure that it would work in 1.14.3, which is what I'm on. And so let's head back up here and I will show you what we're going to do first. What I want to do is I want to go into right under here. I want to go right up here, and I want to put a platform that is the third block down. Okay, so these two will be air here, and then this will be the platform. So the platform will be on this level, and then right underneath this is going to be a 2x2 opening for the chute, for the zombies to drop down into the kill box, which is going to be down there on the floor. So let me go ahead and clear all this out, put the floor in here, and leave that 2x2 space open so you can see just what it looks like. Okay, so we've got our platform built. We've got all of our walls kind of cleared out here so that anything that spawns is going to spawn inside this box. It's not going to spawn above or outside because it's just too far away. So we've got a nice large spawning area here, and here we have a 2x2 opening that is going to be our opening for the chute to go down to the kill box, which is right down there in the floor. So before we go downstairs, I want to show you how we're going to funnel the zombies into the chute here. If we go over to the corner and we put in just a bucket of water source right here, it goes all the way to the edge of the chute here, of the opening. So we can put those in here, and you can see that not only do they come to the corner, but they also overlap here on the side, so that nothing gets stopped right here. They'll just get to here, and then they'll just start to funnel this way and come right back down in. So let me get rid of these for now, because I want to do one more thing while we're up here. I want to put in a light over the top of this. So what I'm going to do is let me grab my scaffolding here. Let's see, let's go here. That should be enough. Okay. So I want to put a light in here. So I'm going to go right here with a light and put that right on top. And then right next to it, I'm going to put some glass blocks. And those glass blocks are going to go all the way to, let's see, right here, I believe. Yes. Okay, then I want to run some redstone along here to that point in the wall. Okay, so now with that done, get rid of this. Okay, and then I want to come over here and I want to dig out a space in the wall here to allow, let me go in 3 blocks here. Okay, dig that one up there, and we will come down onto this one here. Okay, that's good. And then we can put, let's see, let's go down a little bit here, one more. Okay, so that's good. We don't need to worry about that. We can put a glass block up here. Yeah, that still allows it through. And then let's go down here this way. And let's put in a glass block here. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a little electrical ladder kind of going down. It's going to alternate block by block, glass block back and forth. Now when you have clear like glass type blocks that are transparent, it allows the current to flow through. Now if I were to put a solid block here, let me get rid of that. If I were to put a solid block here, let me see if I've got one. Here we go. Let's put this in here, and let me show you what happens. See, it cuts it off. It doesn't flow through that block down to here. But since we have a transparent block up here, right there, see, it doesn't change it. It allows that to go on through. Okay, so we can close this up. It's going to get awfully dark in here. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to take this all the way down. The wall is, oh, hello. Let me get rid of this guy. Come on. There you go. Alright, so we are down at floor level here. Get rid of that. Okay. And I think that's going to be good right there. So let's go out here like this. We will put one more right in here. This here, here, and here. So then this will come down here. Boom. And we're going to have to go here for now. So let me grab a repeater, because I think I'm going to need a repeater for this. Let's take this. Let's put this right here. And let's face the repeater out this way. Actually, no. I want it to face this way. Because right here is where my, yeah, this is where my lever will be. So let me grab this lever, put that in here like that, and let's go here, and so that turns that on, and it turns the light on up there. So you can see the light's on. So if I flip it off, the light is off. Flip it back on, light is on. Okay, good. Okay, so we know that that works. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill this in right here. We don't need to worry about any of this. Okay, let's throw another light in here. Like that. And just keep this place lit up enough that nothing's going to spawn in there. And then we can close this off. Alright. So this is my little addition to the zombie Trident zombie killer. This has nothing to do with the actual contraption that Silent Whisperer created. It's just my little thing that I like to have a light up there, because he has a lever that turns the whole thing on and off. But when you turn it off, these guys are still going to come out of there because there's no light up there. So what I did was I just created a light so that when this is turned off, the light is turned on. So it just kind of is an opposite. It's an opposite gate there. Okay. So let's go over here and we will start building this chute. Okay, so this is where I want this to be. So if I go over here, I can see that I want this block here to be in this opening here. So let me fill this in. I don't need that. Okay, so this is the opening here around the chute. Okay, and then I've got 1, 2. Okay, so this one needs to come open here. Open that up. Okay, and then let's open this up real quick. Let's do this here. And then, so this is where the zombies come down. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I think that'll work. Okay, so let's put in, actually, wait a second. Let's go like this. Let's put this in here like this. Let's break this out. Yeah, I think I want to say that's no, this needs to go back here 1. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Get rid of that, and then let's put in a block up above. Okay, then let's get rid of this. I'm trying to remember just exactly how he did this because I want to get this right. Okay, so he went in here. He went down 1 more. Right here. Okay, that's the way he did it. Okay, so this one here, I can close this off back here. Okay, and then right here, so let me show you what we need here. So he's got, these are all the items that you'll need for this contraption. You'll need 4 droppers, 4 observers, 4 pistons, and then a hopper for collection, a double chest for collection, and then a minecart with hopper on top of this hopper, which this is on top of the hopper, and that's on top of that. And then that allows the blocks to phase the items through the solid block above into this. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of these for now. I'll fill that water in a minute. But let's take these first. We'll put these in first. 3 and 4. Okay, and then let's put these in here. And we'll take care of all of that. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to put in our chest, double chest, right there. Okay, next thing, yeah, that's on the outside. Next thing we want to do is we want to break this out, and we want to put in our hopper right here. Okay, then we got that. Okay, so we can take this, put that in there. Then we want to put our rail on here. Now we want our rail to go sideways. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's just the way Silent Whisperer said. So we put that in there, and then we put our minecart with hopper on top. Fill that in, block that off. So now we can get items in here. So if we, if an item drops into, let's see if I can throw this onto here. Throw an item onto here. It goes right into there, and it goes right into there. Okay, so that's exactly what we want to see happen. Alright, so we've got that. Okay, we've got this little space here for stepping down, accessing the items. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to start building our redstone contraption that will handle all of the pushing around of the tridents and allowing them to do the killing for us. So let's grab the droppers and the observers and the pistons, and we're going to need the blocks too, so let's take those and put those there. Alright, so let's go and we do dropper, then we do crouch, observer, then we do solid block, then we do dropper, crouch, observer, and then solid block. Then we do dropper, crouch, observer, and then solid block, and one more time, dropper, observer, up out of there, and solid block. So now we've got this little pattern on the floor. All of these things are leading into the other, and this one's going to affect that one, which will affect that one. And these observers, every time this block gets updated, the observer sees it and sends a charge all the way through. It actually, no, I think it's this one that gets updated. Yeah, I think it's this one that gets updated. Anyway, so what we want to do is on these solid blocks right here, we want to put in our pistons. Put a piston there, there, and there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's how the whole thing comes together. So what we do now is, let's see, make sure I've still got light up there. Okay, let me borrow this for a minute. So if we take this and we put this right here, we can flip it on and everything starts going. Okay, so that gets it set in place. Okay, so now when we flip it in the off position, which would be the on position for this one up there, when we flip it, right now it's in the on position. Okay, so if it's on, it's putting a charge into this contraption, but it would also put a charge over here. Let me grab my, what do I do with my redstone? Right here, let me grab this. Okay, so if I were to take this redstone and bring it right over here, like that, okay, make sure that I've got that, yep, that, and that should have the light on. So see, now the light is on up there. You can see it. Okay, so if I flip it off, the light is off, but now the redstone contraption is on. Okay? So when this is in the on position, this is off. And this is in the on position, and that's on. So when I flip this into the off position, this turns on, and this turns off. So it's actually quite perfect the way it works out. Okay, so I'm going to leave that off for now, because that's annoying. And then we will fill in this. And we're going to leave this little box open so we can watch the carnage. Okay, so let's take our tridents and we will go up here, jump up here, yep, there we go, and we will drop these down in here. 1, 2, and apparently, according to Silent Whisperer, you don't, oops, I grabbed them all. You don't need to worry about the durability of your tridents. I didn't know that before. I thought you had to have a trident that had a decent durability because it would wear down over time, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, so our tridents are in place. Now we need to grab some of our, oh, I already got it right here. Grab some of our glass and fill this in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this can be any kind of glass. I might actually change that out to a decorative glass later on. And then, okay, so let's go up here. We will put our water in place. And now that the light is there, we can take these off and don't have to worry about them because that redstone is creating the light for us. Okay, so now if we go in here, we go boom, boom, and put one here, boom, and then put our last one right here, boom. Now we've got everything feeding down into there. All right, so let's drop this in here real quick. We'll just put one right there. Okay, and let's go down here. Okay, and we will flip this on and see what happens. And there you go. And if I hold this in my hand, it's really loud right now. Okay, you know what? Let me turn that off. Let me just turn that way, way down. Resume. Here we go. All right. So now you can see my pickaxe is getting restored, but it's also taking some of them and putting them into my experience bar and increasing my experience levels, but it's also fixing my it's mending my pickaxe as well. Okay, so that's exactly how the whole thing works. So let me, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little time lapse and just set all of my tools in the quick bar here, and just show you how quickly they will get mended. So I've got all of these guys that need to get mended, and also when you're wearing your armor will get mended too by the experience orbs as well. So that could be taking away from some of them. So let me check that out and see if that fixed it. Yep, that fixed this one right here. Okay, so let me do that, and then we will set a little time lapse and just have my guy sitting right here gathering up the experience orbs. Alright, so that took a little bit longer than I had expected. It was about 2.5 hours to get all my tools mended up, except for this one guy. Right here, this shovel doesn't have mending on it, but I was able to get them all mended up. And let me give a special shout out to Silent Whisperer for creating such a useful tool for survival Minecraft. And I will leave a link in the description down below to his tutorial video if you want to go check that out. He has a much better description of why things work the way they do and how they work, and you can certainly learn a few things from him from his other videos as well. I have kind of decorated this area in here so that it's kind of nicer for me to come down here and to just sit my guy right here next to my XP farm and mend up my tools. I also get a lot of rotten flesh and different things down in the double chest down there, so that's going to be useful when I get my clerics for my village. But I think that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, and as always, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for upcoming videos in this series. But until next time, Indie Crafter signing off.